Hello everyone, my name is Angelica and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing great. In today's video, I will be showing you how I created 2 wall decorations. By creating your own wall art, you have a freedom of choosing your favorite colors which are right for your interior. Like also you can decide how big you want your wall decoration to be depending on how much space you have on your wall. I love old oil paintings found on free markets, but when it comes to modern decorations, I prefer to make it myself. And if you agree with me on that one, make sure to give this video a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more DIY projects. And with that being said, let's get right into the first project. I love Monstera plant and everything with its leaf shape on, so I've decided to use my thrifted frame and paint abstract Monstera. This is nice wooden frame, I just removed the front glass from it, and as my canvas I will be using the back of this frame. I'll remove it from now and slightly sand down the frame. I want to get rid of any dirt and also give this wood light a shade. And as I said before, I'm using this cardboard bag as my canvas. You can of course use proper canvas or piece of paper. I didn't have any of these, so I decided to paint on this. To draw perfect Monstera leaf, you can print some templates and just trace around them. I'm using pencil and try to draw it myself. I'm not the best when it comes to painting using my memory or imagination, but I'm quite alright when I look at some object or picture and then copy it. For this painting, I want to create 2 Monstera leaves which are almost touching each other with their tips. There's many different techniques and ways to paint it. You can paint it whole in one color at first and then paint the leaves on top of it. I will be playing more of the coloring and paint the background first and then Monstera. For the background, I've mixed white acrylic paint with few drops of brown color. I wanted to achieve warm kind of beigey color. And using sponge, I applied around the leaves. I'm using sponge for the bigger parts as it doesn't leave that many lines like paintbrush does. And once background is painted, I start creating the edges of my Monstera. For this, I'm using black paint. After edges are done, I color the whole Monstera inside. Very simple design, easy to recreate as you don't need a lot of skills to paint it, and because of its minimalistic look and simple shape, it almost looks like a print. For my second project, I want to create moon phase wall hanging. I've created something similar before, but this time I want to give it more realistic look. At first, I have to choose the right size of the circle, which will reflect the moon shape. These all will be depending on the size of your hoop. I don't want them to be too small or too big and have enough space between each other. To create the circus, I will be using air dry clay. I take quite a big piece of it and start kneading it between my hands. Then I take rolling pin and roll the whole piece out. I make sure it has the same thickness all the way so it dries out evenly and also looks more professional. Using my cutter, I cut out 9 identical circles. All circles will be hanging down from the embroidery hoop, so for that reason I have to create a hole in each piece of clay. Hole has to be big enough to fit the string you are going to use. And to create the holes, I'm using random tool with pointy end. Make sure the hole goes all the way through. Before I leave them to dry, I'm going with the damp sponge around the edge, front and back of each piece. It will smooth it out nicely and removes any imperfections. After 2 days, my clay circles are fully dry and ready to be painted. But before that, I take my sanding block and sand them down slightly. Brush the excess dust so it won't disturb your painting. Using white and black paint, I will create different phases of the moon on each piece. Again, if you're not sure how each phase looks like, you can open some picture in Google and get the idea. To apply the paint, I'm using a piece of sponge. It creates really nice effect, almost like a texture, and it's much easier to blend two colors with it. Once the paint is dry, I can start attaching clay pieces to the hoop. And for that, I'm using jute yarn. One end I put through the hole and secure it with knot. At the end, I put through one part of the hoop. Once they are all in the right position, I press the inside hoop down, which blocks the strings in one place. Let me know what do you think about these projects in the comment section. I think they both were quite easy to copy and I'm always amazed how many different things you can make out of air dry clay. And if you're a fan of this product, make sure to check my playlist, which includes all of my air dry clay projects I created on this channel so far. I will leave the link to it down below. And now thank you so much for watching, your support, and I will see you in my next video.